Hey guys, what's going on? Basharka2 here, Amazon FBA seller. In today's video, we'll be talking about arbitrage and specifically retail arbitrage. So today's day number 3 in the series of 3 out of 7, as I told you guys, that we'll be talking about arbitrage in this whole week. And specifically retail arbitrage today was yesterday that we started with retail arbitrage, and also tomorrow we'll be talking about the same subject. So if you guys have any questions, oh, Facebook's not live. Whoa, what's happening? What is happening? Sorry guys, just trying to get Facebook live here. We'll be give me one quick moment. Let's get Facebook set up. Sorry about the delay. Get my camera to, there you go. All right. Cool, so Facebook is live also. All right, so let's do this one more time, guys. What's going on? Basharka2 here, Amazon FBA seller. As I have promised you guys for this whole week, it'll be about arbitrage. Yesterday was about retail arbitrage. I explained just very shortly what retail arbitrage was, and today we'll be also explaining a little bit more what retail arbitrage is. What are some variables that I specifically look for, and I go after to actually finding profitable items to actually sell on Amazon as retail arbitrage. So as just kind of going back to what we talked about yesterday briefly, as I was saying, what retail arbitrage was, it is pretty much, when you go into a store, many times stores will have, they have very limited space, shelf space. So they'll put something in there, they'll get an X amount of units, put it in one shelf for, X amount of time, let's say 10,000 units over the course of, I don't know, let's say 3 months, right? And then they have to run out of those units within 3 months. Now, if they don't, they then remove them and put them in a clearance section where they discount those items drastically. And that's when you need to go and buy those items. Now, the upside of that is that you're buying things, you're physically there, you're scanning things, making sure that they're good, they're not damaged or whatnot. And, you're actually buying them. The downside of that is that there's very limited demand, or not demand. There's very limited quantity, right? So you're only buying, let's say there's only 10 left or 50 left or 100 left, right? Which is kind of one of the main things why I prefer private labeling than retail arbitraging, because private labeling, once you found a product, once you found a supplier, that supplier can always reproduce for you, right? To where retail arbitrage or online arbitrage or just arbitrage altogether, you only have available to you whatever is there, right? So aside from that, guys, let's go ahead and jump into what are some things that I look for when it comes to arbitraging. So as I taught you guys, or as I told you guys, I go live every day at 9 o'clock. I was a little bit late today. Sorry about that. Just a conference call that took a lot longer than I expected. And then after that, I actually make a video and I post on my YouTube channel about the same concept, but about the same subject, right? And the cool thing about that is that you actually get to see my screen. I get to show you exactly what I'm doing, where, when I'm live, I can't do that. But the reason why I love going live is because I can answer you guys, live. If you guys have any questions, I can always answer them right there and then. And we get to talk, and you guys get to see me, kind of live action. So it's pretty cool. All right. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. Whether if it is about arbitrage or if it's not, I'll answer them either way. But let it be about arbitrage. I would really like to. I'm live on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, so you guys can watch me almost anywhere, okay? So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump into exactly what it is that I look for when I am arbitraging. So for online arbitrage and retail arbitrage, they're the same variables that I look for, right? They're the same criteria. So it's the same product research criteria. So I have maybe 3 or 4 product research criteria when I'm looking for arbitraging. So number one, most important thing, first of all, when you're arbitraging, you go down to the store and you scan things, right? You just pretty much scan things. Right after that, what you do is you actually, the first thing that's going to happen is that the the listing is going to pop up. Now, many times what's going to happen, I would have showed you guys, but I'm using my phone for Instagram. I'll be showing you guys in the video. Many times what happens is when you scan an item, you scan the barcode, which is, right here. That's the barcode right over here. So once you scan it, either that item is going to show up or it's not going to show up. Now, here's one tricky thing. Let's see if this has it. So this actually doesn't have it. So a lot of products, a lot of items that you're going to find in stores may sometimes have two different barcodes, right? Let's see if this one has it. So this is just one. Okay, so this is a private label product. I'm assuming it wouldn't have it. But a lot of times at stores, the product will have two different barcodes, sometimes even three. I don't know exactly, but I think one of them is for the like the manufacturer, and then one of them is like the store actually put it on there. So sometimes you may scan one barcode and nothing will pop up, but be sure that you guys, scan the second barcode also, because it'll pop up then. Now, the first thing that's going to happen is that it's going to either show up or it's just going to say no items found or no product found or whatever. So if it does say that, that means it's just not, it's just not available on Amazon.com. It's very seldom that is the case because almost everything is available on Amazon. So what you do is you actually go ahead and scan the other barcode. So once that does show up, the first thing you're going to see is the picture of the actual product. And then across the whole picture, it may say restricted item or restricted product. I can't exactly remember the wording in red. If that's the case, that means you can't sell it. You can't just go. I just wouldn't buy it. It would be stupid to buy it, right? But if that is not the case, if it does not say that, then right at the bottom, it'll say some numbers, FBA. So it'll say number of sellers. What I look for is I look for products that have less than 10 sellers on the same listing. So number one, less than 10 sellers. Number two, well, actually, I guess number one would be making sure that you can actually send it to FBA. Because a lot of times what it'll say is that it'll say that you can't send it to FBA. So you could sell it, but you just cannot send it to FBA for whatever reason. So you'd have to fulfill yourself. I don't like that. It could be something that you like. It could be something that you want to go into, although you can't actually send it to FBA. So number one thing would be making sure they can send it to FBA. Number two thing would be making sure that it is something that you that has 10 or less sellers. And the reason for that is because it'll be a lot more competitive to compete against many sellers, than, although 10 is a lot, but a lot of times you'll see literally numbers like, if the product is getting sold for $40, you'll see somebody at like last 2-3 sellers, you'll see them at like 60, 70, like a lot less. You know what I mean? I don't know why they even do that, but they do that. So number one, making sure that you could actually send it to FBA. Number two, 10 or less sellers. Number three, the seller's rank, BSR. This is the only time I actually look for BSR. Seller's rank has got to be less than 70,000, okay? Anything less than 10,000 sells about 10 to 15 a day. Anything between 10 to 70,000 sells at least one or more a day, okay? You want to at least sell one a day. If you're getting 20 units, you want to run out of them within a month or less, okay? Retail arbitrage, unlike private labeling, or arbitrage, unlike private labeling, isn't something you only focus on one product. You can't depend on one product. Here's why. Because you only have so many of that one product, and you only make so much of that product, and you cannot scale it. You're depending on that listing. So if that listing gets 10 sales a day traffic, that's all. You can't promote it. You can't tweak it. You can't do anything to it. It's not your listing. You don't own that listing. Can only become another seller on that listing, okay? So whatever you're getting with that listing is whatever it is you're getting, you have to share with everybody else, okay? So that's exactly what I do. So 70,000 or less, because at least you know that you're going to sell at least once a day or once every other day or even, okay? So that's number three. Number four, making sure that you check for the price. So let's say you get it for $9.99. You always think in upwards of $1 for you to ship it all the way to Amazon's warehouse. You're not going to ship one product at a time. You're not fulfilling yourself. But even if you have a box of, let's say, 20 of them, I don't know how much it's going to cost, but let's say, in the upwards of $1. The more you ship, the cheaper it is to, the cost. But let's just say $1, right? And then you've got sales tax, of course, when you buy the product. And then you have to check for FBA fees. That is very important. So that's number 4. You have to check for FBA fees, making sure that the FBA fees are actually, after you pay for your tax. So let's say your tax is, where I am, it's 0.85. So, $9.99. So let's say it's in the upwards of $10.75, $10.85-ish. Let's say, my bad. Let's say about $1 for, so let's say we're at right around, okay, so we'll have to do this again because I don't know, my phone keeps dying whenever I put it on live. Sorry, guys. Just putting my phone on charge, so it's going to look weird because I'm putting the charger right below it. All right. Let's see if it'll even stand. I have to kind of put something behind my phone. That way it doesn't fall out. All right. Good thing. Cool. So as I was saying earlier, you need to make sure. So let's say, we're in the upwards of 1080 or so, 1085. And then let's say another, I don't know, 70 cents, let's say, for shipping. So we're at 11.50. And then let's say if the product is selling on Amazon for $19.99, and then the FBA fees are about, I don't know, maybe $5. So $11.50 plus $5, we're at $16.50, $19.99. Then we're good, right? We're making $3 profit, which is decent per item we sell. Now, if we're selling, if we have 4 to 7 different items or products, and we're selling about, one or two a day of each, so on average, 10, 15 different items, then that's, then that's a good thing, right? We're making about $30, $40 extra a day, right? Per month, we're talking about almost $1,000 extra. If this is a side hustle, for me, it is a side hustle. I make a couple of grand extra a month, like 3,000 or so, which is not bad, right? It's not something I depend on, honestly. It's something that I do on the side. I do it whenever I have extra time because I like to be busy 19 hours a day. So whenever, let's say, if in between conference calls or at night, it's kind of, I don't have a whole lot going on or whatever. I don't have any students to teach or any webinars or whatever. I'll just kind of, do some online arbitrage. And I don't do retail arbitrage anymore. I used to with my fiance, but now we've switched to retail online arbitrage, and it is something that she's into more than I am. But aside from that, this is pretty much it when it comes to online retail arbitrage, really. So tomorrow and the day after, it's going to be about online arbitrage. I'm not sure what I'm going to be talking about on Saturday. So, well, Sundays it's going to be, it's going to be about something different. I'll probably be talking about YouTube channel, how to start a YouTube channel in 2018. But aside from that, guys, really this when it comes to online arbitrage, and I keep saying online arbitrage. I don't know why. It's retail arbitrage, by the way, guys. Sorry about that. But anyways, Basharka to your Amazon to be a seller and mentor. If you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Please let me know exactly where you are in the process of starting an Amazon business. I am here to help you guys out. Just a small announcement. Now you can subscribe to my services. I can become your mentor without you having to buy my course, okay? I was getting hit up by a lot of people who kept on saying, hey, I don't want to spend another few $100s to buy a course. I've already bought a course, but the problem is my mentor isn't there. Just somebody who slapped together a course and threw it out there. They got famous, and I bought into it, and now it's not going anywhere. So how can I, I have a lot of questions to ask, and and really my main priority is my paying students. Of course. So, but I help everybody that has any questions. So now for literally $1.33 a day, you can subscribe to my services. I analyze your products. Even if you send me 30 products a day, I'll answer all your questions. I'll give you my cell phone number, anything you guys have. I'll be here for you guys to help you guys out, making sure that you guys are successful. And hopefully the course that you guys join has actually some knowledge in it, some good information. Flips. My phone, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know if anybody's even watching on Instagram, but hey, they'll watch on replay, right? It's all good. So anyways, guys, this is about it when it comes to retail arbitrage. Making sure that the product can actually be fulfilled by FBA. don't mind fulfilling yourself, then go for it. So the first thing you need to look for is making sure that the product is even on Amazon and it does not say restricted item or restricted product. Number 2, BSR, 75 or less. Okay, not more than that. Number 3, less than 10 sellers on that listing. Number 4, the profit margin, making sure that your profits are actually there, making sure that you calculate your tax after you buy the product, the shipping cost between 50 cents to $1, and then FBA fees, and making sure there is still a profit margin at the end. At least $2 to $4 I look for. There's a cool way to doing online arbitrage. I'll be showing you guys that on Friday. Tomorrow it's going to be just kind of an overview about online arbitrage, how it is and things like that. But aside from that, guys, if you have any more questions, please drop them in the comments below. Please let me know where you are in the process. What help do you need? What topics do you want me to cover? I'll be more than happy to put together some videos, even if it is something that I don't do, even if it is about a concept that I have not covered. I'll be more than happy to go back and actually answer all of your guys' questions. Once again, guys, best shortcut to hear Amazon and be a seller mentor. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. I'll be posting this on my timeline so you guys can watch it in replay. Peace out. All right, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.